Hello and welcome back to another episode of Battle Basic. In this episode, I'm going to start introducing an intention to our videos. And today's intention is going to be looking at where you can either attack, protect, or switch. Every turn of this match, you should be looking at how and if I decide to do one of those three things. I think this match is an incredible showcase of how those three can be used to your advantage, but then also you'll find that sometimes you just need to hope for a little RNG in your favor and hope everything works out. This is a really good battle. I really enjoyed this match. And we're trying something new out now where you won't hear my live commentary, but we'll do a voiceover after the fact so that I could have more time to focus on the match at hand. Enjoy the episode and thanks for watching. All right, here's the team. We have Volcarona, Indeedee, Rillaboom, Dusclops, Calyrex, and Fini. We're up there in the 9,000s. There's a first sip of coffee is always very important at the battle. A little scratch on the nose there. Check your text. Wait for an opponent. And there we are. We're up against Kling. Good luck, have fun. Oh, thank you, David. Good luck, have fun is always important. So right off the bat, we're seeing the Venusaur Torkoal lead. It's a Sun team. You can see the despair in my eyes as I realize what I'll have to deal with here. Now, the normal first play you see here is a Venusaur hitting with a fast Sleep Powder. It gets Sleep Powder and it gets a priority, not priority moves, but a higher speed due to its Chlorophyll ability. So either Groudon or Torkoal's going to lead. What I'm doing is I'm going to try to set up Trick Room because I know that his team is more situated to go fast. So I'm trying to set up Trick Room, but I realize that the Sleep Powder is most likely going to come in. So I'm thinking about either Fini or Rillaboom, and do I need Volcarona? Obviously, I'm going to bring Calyrex here because that's my main damage dealer. I am thinking about Volcarona and Rillaboom here. Not sure, but really I am concerned with that first turn Sleep Powder. And I think I'm still just analyzing the whole team here, looking at all the options. Now, Fini also can deal good damage against the fire types and Landorus. Supposedly, if we're out of Sun. We lock in for Fini and we're going in. Classic 666. Do the wipe of the face. Get yourself situated. Finger on the mouth, looking very good. Look how focused he is. Focus, focus, focus. And we see the leads. It is Groudon and Venusaur. So they're setting their own sun with Groudon's Drought ability. Shiny Venusaur is going to be there, who's going to have Chlorophyll, doubling his speed to then put a very fast Sleep Powder on me. So the Drought comes out for Groudon. Right away, I'm thinking I'm pretty safe if I just follow me with Indeedee. But that means that Indeedee will just fall asleep by that. So is that really worth it for me? Here's that thing that we talked about at the beginning of the video. Do I protect? Do I switch? Or do I attack? Well, attacking wouldn't work because Indeedee is, at this point, slower than everything on the field. I could protect, but then what if he just Sleep Powders Dusclops and I can't get my Trick Room up? My best option here is for Indeedee to do nothing and to switch into the Fini, because this way, if they go for a Sleep Powder, I will protect Dusclops from it. But if they go for the double up, Dusclops might die. Go for your sip of coffee. Scratch your nose again. Very important. Fini hits the field. Shiny Fini, we got that on stream at a 145 raids. Goodness gracious. So Misty Surge hits the field. Now with Misty Surge activated, we cannot be affected by statuses, just like that Sleep Powder. And then he goes for Bulk Up. Nice little smirk from David, taking absolutely no damage in the first turn. Looking at the camera. Oh gosh, loving his plays here. Trick Room goes up turn 1, and now we enter turn 2. Trick Room's up, we're in a commanding position. That Groudon is at +1 attack and +1 defense due to his bulk up. So I'm going for a Will-O-Wisp into that physical attacker slot. I'm trying to figure out here let me just pause the video really quick. I'm trying to figure out here what would be my best play. Obviously, I want that Will-O-Wisp to hit, which means I have to get rid of the Misty Train that's on the ground because or else my own Misty Train would stop the Will-O-Wisp from happening. So I wanted to bring Indeedee in. But then for a moment there, I considered about backing out and bringing in Calyrex and maybe Shadow Sneaking to my own slot to proc my own weakness policy. Instead, we did go for the Will-O-Wisp turn to just kind of disable that Groudon and switch out the Fini for the Indeedee so that we can reset our terrain. Here's the video again. So Fini going back, Indeedee coming out. This resets the terrain. Now, theoretically, Venusaur could Sleep Powder here, but he would go last, being that he's the fastest on the field now in Trick Room. Will-O-Wisp comes out, and we are able to connect, and we get the burn due to no Misty Train on the field. Groudon's burn. So even though he's at +1, he's actually at -2 due to the burn. And then with the +1 brings him to -1 rather. I have eject button on Indeedee. He takes this hit and gets sent back. Now I'm in a commanding position. I'm pretty safe that I don't think he's going to sleep powder because Feeny was just on the field at the beginning of this turn when he made his move. So now I feel safe bringing Calyrex in. And also, he was looking at a Feeny. Or Indeedee, he might, or no, he was looking at Feeny at the beginning of this turn. So that's right. He's probably going for like a grass move or maybe, you know, a poison move. And he goes for Giga Drain and we resist that. Calyrex takes minimal damage, but actually, I mean, still significant. Groudon takes burn. And we're moving into the next turn. Now, Calyrex is in a commanding position here. I take a look at the team to see what is in front of me. Obviously, Landorus is there, so I can't just risk chucking an Earth move and it missing. So my best bet is that hitting the Ice. You know, Venusaur, Whimsicott, Groudon. Nobody wants to take an Ice move, but even that Torkoal comes in would take huge damage from a Calyrex here. So now, Dusclops has a Shadow Sneak that can be used to proc my own weakness policy on Calyrex, but I'm worried about Venusaur having Sash, so I wanted Dusclops actually to attack just so we can guarantee getting rid of the Venusaur. Now I'm a little happy here. I'm feeling like I'm in a commanding position. Little did he know, he does not know how this game's gonna end. Calyrex on Glacier, an absolute beast, one of my favorites of the restricted format. Dusclops is going to go out first since he is the slowest, but I'm surprised to see this Dynamax. He's going for the Groudon even though he's burned. I know he's at +1, but it still is like a -1. David is confused. He's really not sure if this is the right play because if I get that weakness policy off, we could just one-shot that Groudon. I thought it was a bit of a risky play to be Dynamaxing Groudon here. Nightshade does come out, putting a little damage. Not sure if he had Focus Sash or not, but we went for it anyway. Max Hailstorm comes out, being the next fastest thing on the field. And Venusaur is gone. Hail is set. Which does protect us a little bit from any fire moves that come out from either Groudon or a Torkoal in the back. And then with our ability Chilling Neigh, now Calyrex is sitting at +1. An incredibly powerful Pokemon. And he goes for the Max Flare. Now, if the Sun was still activated, this would have done so much more damage, but it brings us right down to approximately half. I'm thinking about Feeny. I'm thinking about Feeny with Heal Pulse. I'm trying to think of other ways to get my Calyrex some more bulk in here, but he did proc our own weakness policy. And look at this smirk on the camera. Drink a little sip of coffee. A little Life Orb damage, a little burn damage. Not bad, not bad, not bad. And I don't know what I'm thinking about there. What was I thinking? I don't remember. This is why talking things during the matches is also important. So Torkoal comes out. Torkoal is the fastest on the field. Now immediately I'm thinking, okay, he is slow and he has Eruption. So I'm very nervous about Calyrex taking a full health Eruption. By the way, Eruption is based on the actual full, the percentage of HP you have left on the field. So Torkoal's full body Eruption in the Sun is very much in danger. So I'm thinking, you know, honestly, there's not really a point where even like a Nightshade could do enough to probably protect him. So maybe I just need a guard here and I can get 2 turns off of Dusclops. This is where I'm considering, is it best for me to switch? No, I don't want to lose my Dynamax. Is it best for me to attack? I don't know. I probably will die from an Eruption. So I go back. I say not Shadow Sneak. I go Nightshade on Torkoal just to get that damage out, get the Eruption out of here, and I go for a Max Guard. Choosing that Protect. Again, you have options in VGC. You can either attack, you can swap, or you can Protect. Nightshade comes out, dealing some damage into this Torkoal, making that Eruption a little bit weaker. Torkoal does go for the Eruption. We protect it there. Calyrex is safe for one more turn. And Dusclops takes minimal damage. Dusclops quite the bulky Pokemon. And then the Max Flare as well, the double up into Calyrex. They wanted that Pokemon gone, and I just denied them. So just like... Ooh, deep breaths from David. But now it's almost like Groudon wasted a turn as well. Now I have another turn of Trick Room still. I was just checking my Trick Room. It's always good to remember what's happening on the field, what statuses, what terrains. You know, use that to your advantage. You can check those things. I go for another Nightshade, hopefully to get Torkoal's Eruption even lower. I'm still deciding, or do I... What's going to happen? Oh, no! Commentary David has forgotten. It looks like I'm switching into Feeny. Probably to take the Eruption as well and maybe get a Heal Pulse on the back end. or start dealing some damage. Dusclops leaves. Feeny comes out. I think Trick Room was about to end this turn, so I'm preparing for a post-Trick Room battle. Misty Surge hits the field. I'm hoping not to get burned if he tries to go for something else like a Heat Wave, Flamethrower even, Scorching Sands. He goes for Eruption again. Maybe he's, you know, choiced into that. We live with Calyrax. Doesn't really hurt Feeny. Max Quake comes out and takes out Torkoal. I opted for the Torkoal here. I thought that Groudon with the burn and Feeny potentially with Haze could properly take care of this Groudon. That's where I determined Torkoal was the bigger threat. Maybe in hindsight with Trick Room ending, I could have went for Groudon, but we'll see how that turns out. Max Lure comes out and does take out Calyrax. Ooh, hurts. David, deep breath, rips, F's in the chat. Pour one out for Calyrax. We'll miss you. You did your job, though. He takes Life Orb damage. He takes burn damage. No one's even hit Groudon yet. That's all from his own doing. And our Pokemon are pretty weak here. They're not in a great position. I feel like Indeedee is my strongest attacker at this point. If I had a Dusclops or Indeedee left in the back, you know, I feel like Indeedee is going to be able to put out the most damage. So I'm preparing for that kind of end game, keeping my attacker in the back for potentially whatever I might need. And I go for Dusclops. I'm concerned about what could be in the back. We still haven't seen his fourth Pokemon. If it is that Landorus, we could get a burn on it. And it does bring out the Landorus. Landorus is Intimidate hitting our attackers. It will lower my Shadow Sneak attack, but Nightshade does consistent damage. Life Orb and Assault Vest on the Landorus. And a good thing to remember is that Assault Vest means you cannot use status moves. That means like Protect. That means like Swords Dance. So that means I know without a fact, without a doubt, without a fact, that you cannot protect Landorus. It's a free target there. But they might protect Groudon. Last two Pokemon. Do I Heal Pulse the Dusclops or do I go for damage over time? I think the Muddy Water is the best one. Even though it's in the sun, even though it's weakened, I think right now is the best for me to just try to get this off. Landorus being faster goes for the Rock Slide. He's hoping for a flinch. He's looking for that RNG. Totally respectable. It's part of the game we play. Precipice Blades comes out as well to double up. Now, seeing these two spread moves, I'm just like, gosh. And then Dusclops lives on 3 HP. Popping off David. Look at him, so happy. He's shook. A less than half health Dusclops taking a Rock Slide and a Precipice Blades. Muddy Water comes out. We didn't get flinched. Significant damage on both. No, it's accuracy drops. And the Will-O-Wisp. We don't get the flinch. And we don't miss. Dusclops absolutely performing incredibly here. Landorus burned. That's definitely going to save us in the long run. Groudon taking damage. Now, with Landorus and Groudon being faster than Dusclops, I know I'm probably not going to get another hit off. So, I think Shadow Sneak here is my best bet, being that, like, anything else would not have gotten an attack off. Landorus having the most health. I thought maybe attacking Groudon would be good, but he could still protect, and I don't want to waste the turn and have Landorus just kill us afterwards. So I went with someone who I know I could hit. A little bit of damage, not a lot, but, you know, everything adds up. Tapu Fini not taking that much damage at all due to the Precipice, or due to the burn, rather. Burn, by the way, as a status, will cut a Pokemon's attack stat in half. And then Precipice Blade's getting the kill, and I'm looking at this like, oh. We worked hard, we got the burn, but that Life Orb damage and burn is really putting a number on a Groudon. Could I protect my way to his demise? All I've left is Indeedee, who's got a significant special attack stat, but still, Landorus with an Assault Vest, I don't know if we could pull it off. Now, we do have a fresh Psychic Terrain now that Indeedee's hitting the field, so we don't have to worry about Psychic Terrain running out anytime soon. And we know that Expanding Force is definitely going to do a lot of damage. It's twice the power it would normally be. And if it's a single target, it'll be even stronger. But can I live at 70 HP from whatever Landorus has, even though he's burned? So I go for a Protect this turn. And we're going to gauge here how much burn damage done. And that's the thing. Those early game burns are actually doing a lot for us. They're, over time, consistent damage. Again, I mean, I think we've minimally hit. We hit Groudon with like a Muddy Water. And that's about all the damage we've needed to put down on him. He's been doing it to himself. Rock Slide attacks, press, and heat crash this time. So think about the heat crash. I'm sorry, the precipice blades and the rock slides. This has been brought up to my attention before that my team does not have a wide guard, and by golly, would it be incredibly helpful if I did. Now here's the point where it all comes down to this. Do we attack? We can't switch, so that's out of the question. Or do I protect? Now if you know, protect has like, I don't actually remember if it's like a 50% chance, but if you try to use it consecutively, the chance of it actually succeeding drops significantly. I think it goes down to 50 or maybe even 30% chance. But I don't think I could live the double up. So it's my only option. I go for the protect. And it's where you pray to RNGesus. And we get the protect! Oh my gosh! The RNG's in our favor. We get the double. Rock slide goes into nothing. Thin air. Precipice place hits nobody. Indeed, he's sitting on the field. Burn brings Landers to half health. That's really good. We're looking at that. That's really good. And the burn takes out Groudon. David's popping off. He's an excited boy. He's a happy young man. Groudon falls. Sips coffee. This is how far we've gotten. Now, we're either going to die from this attack or not. But we can't go risk a third protect in a row. That'd be so risky. We go for Expanding Force in Psychic Terrain. Incredible damage output if we can live. But what's he going to do? Landorus, the flying and ground type, goes for the Stab Earthquake, an incredibly strong move, but he is burned. Brings 70 down to 16. That indeed he has bulk, and we lived it. And we didn't have to worry about flinching. Expanding Force in Psychic Terrain. Doesn't take the kill, but then the dies to the burn! And there he is. We got a live commentary there from David.
Wow. The double. Oh my goodness.
He's referring to the double there, the double protect. And what a match. What an absolute roller coaster of emotions. Using all of the tools to our advantage, we use the switches, we use the attacks when we needed to, and we use those protects. And it's really those protects that came through clutch in the end and won us out the game. Thank you for watching Battle Basics Episode 5, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you enjoyed these videos, we actually edit them live at twitch.tv/DavidDevlin. You can ask questions about video editing. You can ask questions about VGC. There's no wrong questions, no bad questions here, and everyone's welcome. Thanks for watching.